for the brand new, thank you. Thank you for that, Sendy. This school was specifically made for the brand new distributor that needs all the resources and the training to get your business started. So this is where you get the training on how to get to your next level, which is ideally supervisor level. Supervisor level is the level where we all get to build residual income. So you start taking the notes right now. My question for you is, why did you decide to join network marketing? Besides the side hustle, okay? There's so many ways nowadays, like gracefully, there's so many ways you can develop a side hustle now, online too, even in your community. But we selected to build a side hustle or a full-time business like myself, doing it through network marketing. So my question to you, and I want you to take 30 seconds, 1 minute, and share on your notes why network marketing to build your dreams, or to build extra income for traveling money, or for emergency fund, or to even pay your card payment, or to say, because I want to quit my 9 to 5 and I want to be able to do this full time. Why network marketing? What about network marketing? You're like, hell to the yes. And I want to share with you, because when I, freshly out of college, guys, my mind was business. I went to school for marketing as a single mom, and I went into corporate America. 2 years in corporate America, I'm like, excuse my language, I was like, fuck this shit. This ain't for me. One, I'm still not paying my bills. I'm still as broke as fudge. And two, like, no, I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a creator. I have the potential to build an incredible business. So I started searching, and maybe that's what you did before you became a distributor, before you joined Side Hustle School. I was searching for an opportunity, and I had a big vision. Big vision to start a big business, obviously from scratch, but like my vision was not side hustle, my vision was big. The reason I went into network marketing, why I selected Herbalife, guys, one was that I was looking to so many other businesses, the crazy amount of business permits that I needed, and two, the crazy amount of capital that I needed to start this business was insane. I didn't have the money, and I was like, whoa, to get loans, to get all of this, to get all the paperwork, it was just so overwhelming. So that was one. As you know, as a distributor, we only get to invest $110. Okay, not $20,000, not $100,000. And that's what I was looking into when it came to building my business. Number two, I heard residual income, and I was taught how to build residual income. That, guys, ultimately is what the aha moment in my brain. So you mean that I get to build this incredible, I get to duplicate myself, I get to teach others, and we get to build this business together, and the income will still come. My goal, guys, I'm 43 years old. My goal is by 53 is completely retire. It's not common here in America or anywhere else. But I want to be rich, bitch, at 53 years old. Not just living off Social Security, not just living paycheck to paycheck. No. And for me, is once I retire, the same amount of money that I'm making now or before I retire is the same amount of money that would be flowing in. Do you guys get that? When you retire from a 9 to 5, what happens? You just get a really small percentage. That's if you have a really good pension plan or whatever, or you actually make, right? If you're a business owner, guess what? If you retire and you completely let go of your business, your income goes to zero. It's whatever you have in your savings. It's whatever you build as a retirement plan. And two, as part of residual income was, if something happens to me, which as a single mom was the biggest fear, guys, who will take care of my children? How will they survive? Now, luckily, my kids are older. I know if something happens to me, they will be fine because now they have the values and the principles to do on their own. But what a cool peace of mind for me to say the income that I now build, it will go to them. It will be theirs. How bomb is that? Guys, when I joined Herbalife, I was freshly single. I was a struggling single mom. So that alone, like my biggest fear, they were younger, they were young kids, was if something happens to me, oh my God, what will happen to my children? I had anxiety, I had nightmares. And now to say, like, I built something incredible. If something happens to me, I know they will be fine because I raised them well. And two, because I'm leaving a legacy behind of good legacy financially if I leave now. That was my biggest aha, like heck to the yes when it comes to network marketing. Heck to the yes, what a credible company that been in business for over 40 years, that it's over 95 countries, that has developed a $7.8 billion industry a year in sales, guys. That is the #1 meal replacement company in the world. Can you guys give me a 5-5? Shout me out. Give me, come on. Are you feeling me? Fire me up, ladies. All right, so I just wanted to share that with you. I hope that excites you. Again, remember, take the notes, and on the right side, take what you will be applying as soon as you leave this call. Without further ado, guys, I want to pass Sendy Serrato, a mommy of Frida. She's a year-old baby. You're gonna hear more of Sendy's stories, you know, coming from corporate America, guys. She's still working her 9 to 5. This is literally her side hustle, guys. But her mindset is working her side hustle with a very full-time mentality, with so much drive, passion, and dedication, because she wants to quit her 9 to 5 to be able to be home with Frida. So Sendy, let's hear your story, and we're so excited for your training tonight.
Thank you, thank you. So I had to move improvised location because it started raining. I was outside, it was beautiful, and I just felt the sprinkle. So I locked myself and I'm ready to share, okay? Locked myself in the room here. So let me go ahead and get this presentation. So I'm gonna share my story with the training because I want it to be, I literally wanna share with you guys the things that I have learned in this business in the last 6 years that have really, I feel have been the main things that have really helped me grow. So before I go into the presentation, I'm just gonna bullet point them really quick and then we're gonna go straight into it. I want to kind of be a little bit interactive, so I will ask for some shares, okay? So before I go into the training and my story, these are the things that I want to share with you guys that I know once you start to implement them, it's gonna grow your business, okay? So the first one is gonna be to know your story. Okay, number 2 is to be your own billboard. Number 3 is to create an online presence. Number 4 is to work with intention. Number 5 is to develop your business story. And then final thoughts I will share with once I get to that. Okay, so with that, I want to go ahead and share my story here and my presentation. All right. All right, so I titled this Confidence in Your Brand because I feel that the topic that we had today really is building confidence in your brand, and the brand being not Herbalife, but the brand being you, right? You yourself as a business owner are the representation of your business. Herbalife is just the vessel, okay? So going straight into it, knowing what your story is. So let me share my story with you guys for those of you that are brand new here, okay? So before Herbalife, I was already on my health and wellness journey. I was at a physical plateau in my journey, and I realized that it was because I was one of those people that was a yo-yo dieter. Through my journey, I really lacked confidence in myself, and I found myself at a point in my life where I had no purpose or direction for my life. Once I was introduced to Herbalife, I was introduced to the community, which for me was absolutely amazing because prior to this, I was doing it on my own. So to have a community and that community support and love, it really changed my perspective on what this journey actually was for me. So I started my program. I was able to lose 115 pounds. I gained amazing confidence through my results. And in doing that, I started to share my journey. So I truly found a passion for, really being able to share this with other people and teaching other women how to get amazing results, focusing on good nutrition. Because like I said, prior to Herbalife, I did not have good nutritional habits. I had a very, very unhealthy relationship with food. So knowing your story is super important, and how you share that story. So the reason that I did these 3 bullet points is because, and this is for anybody, this is not just for the newest person on the call, this is for all of us seasoned coaches, right? Do you know your story? Do you know your, what we call our elevator story? For me, this has been like, I've had to practice this, because I feel like I get lost in my words, because when we're excited, we share with passion, and we're just like, we want to share everything, right? But narrow down your story to 3 things before Herbalife, and then 3 things after. What you will find in creating this narrative for yourself is that the 3 things before are going to be in alignment with your 3 things after. So what you'll notice here is before, right? The first bullet point is I was a yo-yo dieter. And in that, being a yo-yo dieter, what happens, right? You're going like this, you're not getting consistent results. So then being on the program, I lost 115 pounds, right? And being consistent, I maintained those results, right? So it's super important that when you're creating your story, that it's something that you can share. We call it an elevator story because it should be something that you can literally share while you're passing in an elevator, while you're at the grocery store checkout stand, like something that's really simple, that's going to be able to get to the point of what your journey has been in the 30-second time frame. So if you haven't already developed this, I encourage you to practice, right? This has come with practice, and it doesn't always come out the same, but for me it was super important to write it down, because in being able to have those bullet points and practicing it, right? I'm sharing every day, I'm sharing my story, being able to continue to share that same story. I've been able to create that story and share it in a small time frame. So it's very important that you know what your story is, because that's ultimately the beginning of you building your brand, right? So in doing that, guys, I lost 115 pounds. I've been able to use the product to get amazing results, which I'll go into the next slide. But what is your mission, right? What is your mission with your business? And I wrote it on here for you guys so you guys can see. And this is literally the language that I use when I'm sharing on my social media, because I did build my business online through mostly using Instagram for me. Okay, so this is literally what the wording that I use when I share what I do, right? And like I said, this has been years of kind of work trying to figure out what exactly what I call my mission statement is, right? If you go to a professional website, you're going to see what they're basically, it's a caption of what the website is about. If it's an organization, what does the organization do? So you as a coach, what do you do? Who do you help? What problem do you solve? All of those things will kind of help you create this language for you when you're sharing your story, when you're sharing what exactly you do as a coach, right? And the reason that this is so important is, number one, it's giving you credibility in your own business, but it's also helping empower you in your own business. When we get started in this business, we have this idea like, well, I'm a coach, but it's important to know exactly what you're doing with your business other than you're a coach, because like I said, Herbalife is just the vessel, but the brand that you're building, which is you, is the business. Okay, so this is what I share. I empower women through transformation and personal growth while providing a business opportunity, showing women how to build a financial backup plan through their side hustle. So in that, what am I saying? What am I really saying? I get people results and I have a business opportunity, right? But it just kind of sounds a little bit fancy. So this is actually my my bio in my Instagram profile. And so when I'm talking and when I'm posting and I'm sharing online, when I'm I'm inviting to the business opportunity, this is the language that I use so people know what it is that I am offering. Okay. So in doing this and knowing your story, I'm also sharing my business testimony. So, like Delfina said, I am a new mom. My daughter is a year old, and I'm building my side hustle around my full time job. So, I actually work for the county of San Bernardino, and I build my business part time around my full time job. I work about 50 plus hours a week. So, I'm literally building my side hustle about 2 hours in my day. Okay. And in doing that, guys, I've been able to make over $2,000. So, knowing what my business story is has been super critical in my business growth, because I need to be able to speak to the people who are right, because when we're thinking about a business, there's two people that are listening for an opportunity. It's a person trying to get results, so a client, and then a business partner. And if we're speaking the language of results and getting amazing results, we're going to attract those clients. But at the same time, you'll begin to, when you start to develop your language of having confidence in sharing the business opportunity and your business story, you're going to also attract people like Delfina, who came to the opportunity for the business. I was personally a person who just came for the results, but in building my confidence and sharing, I attracted people to the business opportunity. So, do you know your story? How are you sharing your story? What are some ways that you can develop confidence in what you're sharing? And I'll go into the next slide, which is my next little bullet point. So, be your best billboard. Okay. So, one of the things that I have learned on my journey in the last 6 years with Herbalife is that there's no such thing as a tap out on your results. You can continue to get results with the product. Okay. So I have been able to not only lose weight, I've been able to gain muscle, I've been able to build curves. I've had my most recent transformation, you'll see at the bottom, is my healthy and active pregnancy. So I am back into my pre-baby clothes, but I've been able to do, continuous transformation with the product, because I became a product lover, right? So, how can you be your best billboard? This is going to really be the thing that attracts people to your business, right? And so, in doing that, it's becoming a product lover. Once you become a product lover, you become an expert at the product, right? Because a lot of times, those of you that are brand new, maybe you don't feel confident in sharing what the product does, right? Or the science behind it. You don't need to know all of that. You just need to know that you love the product and what result you've been able to accomplish with the product, right? So one advice I would definitely give you, if you're brand new starting, and even if you're not, if you're a seasoned coach, start sharing your results every single week. So this has been super, super critical. And anybody who's ever followed me on Instagram knows that I share my transformation every week. Why is that? You sharing your results and being consistent, number one, your audience is going to see that you're consistent. They're going to be attracted to that consistency, right? Because by the time they're ready and they're looking for a coach, they're going to look, there's so many Herbalife coaches out there, right? But what is unique about you? It's you're showing up, you're being consistent, you're sharing your results and your excitement about the product that you're taking. And you don't need to be an expert, like I said, of what the product does. Just know what it's doing for you and how it's making you feel. Really building credibility in your transformation is going to give you confidence in this business. It's going to give you confidence as a coach. If you've been able to lose 1 pound, you are now an expert at losing 1 pound. How many people out there want to lose a pound, right? You're an expert at making your mega tea, getting energy. That gives you credibility in your business. You can now share with someone else how to get massive energy, right? So sharing what products you're taking, right? And when we're talking about the product, this is super important. This is something that I learned. We don't want to be an infomercial on your feed, right? We want to share we want to share our lifestyle incorporating Herbalife. So it shouldn't be all commercials, all flyers, right? That's what our story is for, in between what us sharing. So really think about, if obviously all of you guys that are on here are trying to build a business and you're using social media as one of your main ways of building your business and building your presence, which I'll go into as well. But how important it is to share your journey, share what you're doing, so that when people are ready to join you as clients, they know what to expect. They know what you're basically kind of like teaching them already how to do the deal before they're ready to do the deal. And so when it comes time for them to get started on their program, they're like, oh yeah, that's the tea you take. Oh yeah, I saw you do this. And you'll be surprised how many clients that aren't clients, how many future clients are watching what you're doing, right? Watching how you're using the product before they join you. So when they finally decide to join you, they already know kind of how to do everything because you've been showing them. So it's building, that builds credibility in your brand and your business as a coach. Okay. And focus, like I said, focus on how it makes you feel. Don't I used to be that person that would post like, okay, all the benefits, right? That with Herbalife, we would get these Herbalife slides and it tells you all the this and this and this and this. And that's great to kind of share in a slide. But when this is something that stays, for example, on your feed permanently, right? You want it to be the experience. You want it to be how it makes you feel. You want to share the feeling behind that because that is what attracts people. That is where you make connections and that's really where you're going to build your business, right? So I will ask you this. If you've been in this business for at least 30 days, what has been your result in the last 30 days? You should know this. You shouldn't have to think about this, right? And if you don't have a result in the last 30 days, okay, that's okay. Take on the challenge today. That's one of your homework assignments for Side Hustle School today is to pick a new product that you have not tried and get a new result. And I promise you, because this product is amazing, that within the next 3 days, you're going to feel a difference in how you're feeling. Whatever the product is, you're going to feel the difference. And there is where you're going to share. You're going to get on your social media. You're going to share. You're going to get on these chats and you're going to share how you're feeling with this new product, right? And it's so important that every 30 days that as a coach, you are getting a new result, right? Let's go into the next one. So, okay, building your online presence. This is definitely important if you are a side hustler like me and you don't have the time to really to do face-to-face all the time, right? So for me, online is where it's at. I've been really great at being consistent online, and it's only, guys, it's only because I'm doing the deal. I'm doing the lifestyle. I'm living the lifestyle, and it really is just it's come so natural because I've become disciplined in sharing. And so it's what it's doing is it's building my online store. So I see my Instagram as my online store. So if you go to my page right now, this is just a screen, like a screenshot of what you'll see, right? And I'm very consistent in what I'm sharing. So you're every week you're gonna see me sharing, me taking the product, right? But talking about how I feel. You're gonna see me with my baby because I'm a mom and I'm showing people how I can do this lifestyle with my baby. I'm sharing my physical transformation every single week. So you're always going to see a before and after of me, but also before and after of clients. Super important. This is how you attract new clients, right? It's not only just our transformation, but you're sharing the community's transformation. I'm talking about the community. I'm sharing a glimpse of my personal lifestyle as a new mom and all the crazy things. I'm sharing basically, this is like a glimpse to my life and doing Herbalife and kind of like enrolling Herbalife into my life, not being all about Herbalife. So if you can see here, you see product, but you don't see like a flyer of the product. You see me using the product in my daily life, in my meals and how I'm eating and what I'm doing, right? And just always constantly providing value. It's so important that if you are using social media, most of us are, that you are constantly providing value. So you see some selfies on here, right? But if you go to these selfies, it's not just me being cute. It's me providing value, giving knowledge, wisdom, whatever it may be, giving back to the community so that I can attract those people because it's all positive things that I'm sharing. So in doing that, my intention is to attract those people that are ready to have positivity in their life. So as you're building your online presence, I want you to ask yourself these questions. Who are you? What do you do? How does Herbalife fit into your life? What value do you provide? What are your interests? What is your vibe? Your vibe attracts your tribe. Okay. Are you showing yourself in action? Let me move this. I can't see that bottom one. Sorry. And are you being your authentic self? This is super important because, like I said, Herbalife is just the vessel. The brand is you. You are the brand. People come to you because of who you are. So continue to share glimpses of your life, but being very intentional with what you're sharing, so that it's yes, it's an insight to my life. Because like I don't know who has like one of the questions that's always asked is, do you have a separate profile versus a business profile? I do not. I've had this same Instagram for since I've had Instagram. And the reason being is that you can go back, you can scroll back. I've been on my journey for 9 years. You can scroll back to literally my entire journey is documented on Instagram. And the reason I wanted to not create a new one is because the people that I have here are people who already know me. And although I've learned in this business that the people that I already know are not going to be the first ones to reach out to me, they've gotten to see my entire transformation unfold from who I used to be, negative Nancy, to this positive Polly, bringing all these beautiful, amazing women. Like it's just it's a complete life transformation, and they've been able to witness that. So the people now, 6 years into Herbalife, right now, those people that have known me, now they're coming around, now they're open to that, but it's because they've gotten to see the entire journey. So, and I'm very what I like about that is that the people, you can go back years to my, and people do go back years to my transformation and see like the things that I would post and how my language was compared to how it is now is completely different. And I love that, because you can truly see who I've become who I've become on the journey of becoming a coach with Herbalife. So to me, it's super important to be able to have that snapshot of my life, because now they get to see all of the positivity because of this community and who I've become because of this community. Okay, so super important to be your authentic self. A lot of times we think we have to be a certain way or present ourselves a certain way, and people are attracted to you. So just be you. Just be you. Share your journey authentically. Share what you're doing. Don't be embarrassed. Don't be shy, because you never know who you will inspire. And to that, it's like I used to think, well, I'm not gonna, at the beginning of my business, I used to think, well, I'm just gonna work on myself because I'm not attracting people. I don't know a lot of people. You can see I don't have a lot of followers, but the followers that I have are authentic relationships that I'm building with people. And in doing that, those are going to be those loyal clients, because they're watching my journey. And honestly, don't focus on followers, because the last 5 preferred members that I've gotten were not even following me. They were just watching my Instagram. They weren't even following me. So when they reached out to me, I was like, wait, how did you know? What have you been watching? And they were just kind of ghosting my page. So just be aware of that people are watching, and why it's so important to have your online presence to be powerful and positive, and you sharing your authentic self. So next up, work with intention. This is super important for those of you that are building your side hustle part-time. Like I said, I have 2 hours in my day where I can actually work intentionally. So being that I've been on this journey, the last 6 years, really my business growth has been in the last 2 years, because I've been super focused on working with intention. And this has just been through the growth of becoming the coach that I want to be, and learning the things that I need to learn with this business in order to be efficient with my time, especially now that I'm a mom. Like I did not realize how much time I was wasting when I did not have my daughter. I'll be 100 with you. I was wasting so much time on things that were not building my business, but that were fun, and I was out in the world, in the community, but I was not building my business. I was just out there being cute, but I wasn't making money, So, through this growth journey, I've learned that these are the things that are really going to help build your business. So number one, your coach gives you the roadmap to success. Okay. Stop fighting it, because this was me. I was trying to create my own lane. I was trying to do things my own way. I was trying to run my own challenges. And what I realized was I was doing double the work and not seeing the payout, right? So it's so important that you plug into what we already have as a system, because it works. And you know, in my business now, I know this works because it's duplicating in my business. This is the what we call the daily method of operation that we have in this organization. 3-day trials, 30-day challenges to a VIP member, which is a preferred member, and then a distributor. Right? Mastering this in your business is going to be duplicatable. You don't need to reinvent the wheel. This is a system that works. So just plug in, right? When you're brand new, your coach is going to give you tasks to complete, and just do it. Just do it. They know what they're talking about. Trust that they have your best intention at heart. They really, really, really want to help you make money. So if you want to make money, then listen to your coach. Okay. Leverage all that the team provides. So this is all the challenges that we have. All of the calls that we have. Like I can't tell you how important it is to plug into these calls, right? Because if you were to go to any other business, if you were to start your own business outside of Herbalife, right? You trying to do this on your own, start up a business, you're not going to get the resources that this team and this business have provided you. Herbalife gives us literally everything to succeed. We just have to do the steps. Okay. So leverage what is already provided. And I think this is what happens is because it's so cheap to start up this business, like $100 investment, we don't take it serious. So if you want to make money, okay, if you want to grow your check, then I encourage you to think of this business that you have that you only paid $100 for. It's worth $1 billion. Okay. I think having that mindset shift of what is truly possible, right? We hear all these amazing stories, everyone's income testimonies, but what is the work behind that income? It's them plugging in, it's them using all the resources that are already provided. You don't need to create your own thing when we have a system that works. So use the system, use all of the things that Herbalife provides. You can literally find anything that you need to grow your business on your Herbalife website. You literally type it in, everything to weight loss, from weight loss challenges to promotions that you can share to product flyers you can share. Everything is there at your fingertips. So use it, abuse it, call customer service. They are there for us. Like it's so important that we understand that we already have everything that we need to succeed in this business. So use it. Okay. Use where talk. We talk about this all the time, but are you implementing this? And the simplest way that I can encourage you guys to do this is literally what I do, what I've done from the beginning of my journey, because I was always embarrassed to wear this button, guys. I was so embarrassed to wear the button because I would be like, I don't know what I'm going to say if they ask me, right? What does it say? Lose weight now, ask me how. And they would say how, and I'm like, huh? Like it wouldn't register that I was wearing my button. So this is the easiest way. This is the easiest way, especially right now, you know, that you're out, right? To create conversations, to get new clients, to build new relationships with people when you're out at the store, wherever you are, right? And one tip for those of you guys who are like me and you work a 9 to 5, leave your button in your car. I have 2 buttons actually in my car. I have them in my center console, because even when I'm working, even when I'm out, I sometimes do field checks when I'm out. If I'm going to stop to get gas, if I'm going to stop to get water, whatever, I put my button on. I take off my work badge and I put my button on, because that's an opportunity that I have in between my day, in between my 9 to 5, to make connections and to possibly get a new client. So always know. And then especially like my husband will hype me up and he's like, use your cuteness to your advantage. If you're dolled up, girl, you need to be out talking to people. If you're out, you need to be with your brand, so people will talk to you. People are going to stare at you. You guys are all beautiful women. I'm sure people stare at you. So that's an opportunity. And I've even done this. If it's like a guy and obviously they're checking me out, I will say, oh, did you want to lose weight? Are you interested in losing weight? I mean, maybe they're not, but at least it's, you know, it's an icebreaker, because, and then I could say, share my husband's testimony, right? So every opportunity, guys, use it, right? So using the brand, wearing the brand, talking about the brand. We're doing this online as we're sharing our journeys. One of the things that I've started from the beginning that really works for me is when I go to family functions, I'm like Herbalife products in my purse, everything. My family is constantly asking me what I'm drinking or whatever. Like, what are you doing? What are you drinking? Can I taste it? Right? Because I always have my product with me. There's always something in my bag. And Herbalife is amazing. They've created these sample size stuff for us now, right? You can buy the samples of the lift off and the collagen and the single serving teas. Like, those are all opportunities that when you're out talking to people, you can sample things out. So that's just a really quick way to get leads. Okay. Use the team chats for growth, right? And we all, I will say this across the board, we all do not use the chats, you know, to grow our business. We're not abusing them as we should. This is an opportunity for growth. Even if you guys, even if you're brand new, right? The best opportunity for you to growth using these chats is asking questions. Ask whatever question you have. And even I know you have a great coach, but just know that when you are reaching out on the chat, not only are you getting your answer, your question answered by possibly another coach, but it could be a question that somebody else has and they're just afraid to ask that question. So I encourage you guys to use these chats, ask the questions that you need answered. Anything that is shared, you know, feel free to reach out to any of the coaches. We're all here to help support you. And then as a leader, showing up on the chat as a leader is super important, right? Because even if you don't have a team yet, how you show up is going to attract those people in your business. For years, I feel like I didn't have a solid team, and I would still show up. I showed up to everything like everybody was on my team. And I truly believe that because I did that and I was consistent with that, I started to attract the same kind of leaders in my business. All of the leaders in my business are the exact same way. They show up, they answer questions, even if it's not their client or their business partner or whatever. We help each other out because we are all one team. So how are you showing up on the chats to become the leader you need to be, to attract those people into your business? Okay. Building genuine relationships with your clients and business partners. This is so important, right? Because especially if you're a person that is limited on time, what system do you have in place to help you create those genuine relationships? So I will share these on the chat. This is just a kind of content that you can use, you can share with your preferred members. If you don't know what kind of things that you can be sharing to provide value to them, I'll post this on the chat once again so that you have a kind of a guide as to how to build those relationships. But the relationships are important because all of your clients will eventually be your business partners. That's the mentality you got to have. So that's how you have to show up for them. Okay. Power hours are super critical if you want to learn to be efficient with your time. So this business activity tracker is something that I found on your Go Herbalife. And what this really helped me do, guys, is to manage my time. So with power hours, we're being intentional with the time that we're using, right? We have 1 hour to do all of these tasks, to reach out. If you haven't been on a power hour, please join so that you kind of have a better idea on how to do that reach out on your social media, or what are the things that you need to do as far as building business building activities that are really going to grow your business. So if you haven't done this, I've shared this before, but I want you to take a moment. It doesn't have to be this, but I want you to tomorrow, I want you to track your whole day. So set your time from the moment you wake up to the time you go to bed, right? All the time slots, 30-minute increments. I want you to write down everything you do in your day. And what this is going to do is this is going to help you figure out how much time you actually have to work your business. This is how I figured out, okay, legit, I got 2 hours to do my business. Okay. Granted, I'm posting, you know, if I'm on a break, but I'm tracking that. So that already is in my schedule of my calendar, my daily things that I do is that time slot, those 15-minute breaks at work, that 30-minute lunch, right? The 10 minutes, if I'm 10 minutes early, always plan to be early to work. So you have those 10 minutes to reach out or to make interactions or to connect. So one thing that I do, guys, is my husband bought me a mount for my phone, and it's mounted, and I literally am sharing a morning message while I'm driving, but I'm not looking at the camera unless I'm at a stoplight. Okay, safety first. But I'm talking. And honestly, because I'm not looking and I'm just talking, it's a more authentic and genuine conversation that I'm having. And so I always try to be at least 10 minutes early to work so that I know, okay, 10 minutes, I can talk on my camera. and make that connection, because I don't have the opportunity to necessarily meet up with people throughout the day. So being able to have that initial interaction every morning, they expect that message, is super important. And it's how I'm building relationships. And it's something that I also learned during power hour. During that power hour, I'm scheduling my time. I only have these things to do, or this hour to do the things that I need to do that are really going to grow my business. So how am I being efficient? So that's definitely something you want to plug into if you really want to grow your business, and knowing exactly how much time you have. Lastly, it's post with a call to action. So like I shared on the previous slide, I'm using Instagram. Even my selfies have a call to action. I'm never posting something that I'm not intending to follow up with an action, right? Even so, I'll tell you this, even when I'm posting about my family time, or a cute photo of me and my husband, I follow it up with something else. So if I'm posting something that's a personal thing, I never leave that as the last thing that I post. Right away, within the hour, I'm posting something else that has to do with my business, with Herbalife, with an invitation to a challenge, with an invitation to a workout. There's always a call to action in my post, so that once you start to do this, you're going to notice that it's going to build a consistency for you. Okay. So developing your business story. This is super. I feel like this is the hardest thing for so many people, but it's actually not. Okay. So this is actually what I posted earlier today. And I'll read it I'll read it for you guys. But while I'm reading this is what I want you to think about, okay? Because I feel like so many of us think when we come into this business is, well, my story's not strong enough. I don't make, the $20,000 or the $10,000 or the $1,000 just yet. But what I want you to understand is how you share your business story, in the emotion, right? In how it's changed your life, in how you are bringing awareness to why you do the business. Okay, so think of this: why did you say yes to being a coach? Your before and after results of your business, even if it's just, I started my business last month, and this month I made $40. That is powerful. You made money. You're sharing with people that you made money. How many women, how many men, how many people out there want to make an extra $40? Okay. Speak vision and clarity in your testimony. Okay. And I'll read mine here so you can kind of get an idea of what I'm talking about. Who can benefit from your invitation? How do you feel about being a coach? What problem are you solving by sharing your business story? Share your story with confidence. Like I said, even the $40 story matters. It matters. Every dollar that you make matters, because that is something that someone else does not have. So speak it with power. Okay. And then if you want to share an even greater story, we have so many business stories and testimonies from all of the coaches in this business. Borrow somebody else's vision, borrow somebody else's result. And in doing that, you're going to build your confidence. Okay. So I want to share my post that I posted in. And the reason that this photo is because this is the reason why I'm doing this business, right? I'm in a presentation. You're knocking on the door. Okay. So the truth: no one will ever care about your dreams more than you. Initially, I started my side hustle to make extra money to pay for my car payment. As I grew, my priorities changed. My business grew, and so did my reasons for making extra money. When I decided to start my family, I became obsessed with a new goal and mission with my business: to empower other mamas like me, to help them transform their mind and bodies while also teaching them how to build a financial backup plan with a part-time side hustle. My ultimate goal is to match my income so that I can fully work my business. As a stay-at-home mom. What I've learned: you can build a successful business while also being an amazing mother. You can be great at both without sacrificing either. This isn't either. Every working mom has had the same thought: this is impossible. How will I do this? And then with her mama magic, she gets it done. We were built like that. So yes, mama, I am here to tell you it's possible, because you are made of magic. You were made for that kind of magic. And then closing with the invitation. So looking to mentor 3 women who are ready and willing to work on their goals, ready to make some side hustle money, honey. Message me if this is you. So how important it is to when you're inviting to the business, to connect it to an emotional thing, right? An emotional thing. How many working moms wish they could stay at home, right? Making sure that in everything that we share, there is a relationship that we're building, a connection, an emotional attachment. Because like I said, people are not buying into the necessarily the business or the transformation. They're buying into the story that you're sharing, and they want that story for themselves. So how important it is that you share that you made $40 last month, because how many mamas do you know that don't have an extra $40 to even put gas in their car, to feed their kids, to pay for those extracurricular activities that kids love to do nowadays, right? All of those online subscriptions and Netflix and all of that. Like, how can your story change someone else's life? And that is the mindset we need to have when we're sharing the business opportunity. I used to be so shy to share, because I was like, well, I only made $300. And then I was like, girl, who wants $300 extra? Like, who wish they could make that money to pay a car payment? You know? So we have to be confident in the story that we're sharing, because it can truly change someone else's life. Okay, so here are my final thoughts, guys. So be consistent, work on your mindset daily. This is super important in this business and in life. In anything you want to accomplish, you have to conquer your mindset, right? And in doing the personal development every single day, working on your mind every single day, you're going to create a mastery for this. So for me, this is how I start my morning every single day. Personal development audio, gratitude, tea. Get ready for work. Every day, every day, every day. If I'm having a rough day at work, guess what's in my ear, in my headphones? Personal development. That's what gets me through my crazy work days. So create the habit for you, whatever works for you, whether it's listening to a motivational speech, reading a motivational quote, listening to an inspirational song or gospel, whatever that is for you, that's going to drive you every single day and encourage you and motivate you to wake up and get your butt out of bed and work as hard on your business as you do at your job. I don't know those of you that are on here that decided to do this as a side hustle around your full-time job. A lot of us are side hustlers. And I want to give you like a glimpse of what is possible, right? I was listening to a podcast the other day, and it was about side hustles and how important side hustles are. And the majority of people who build a business part-time around a full-time job, they have a 35% higher success rate in building a sustainable business to ultimately supplement their income. 35%. If you're building this part-time. And that's not just part-time around a full-time job. That's part-time around being a full-time mom, because a full-time mom is like 3 jobs, you know? So keep that in mind when you're thinking, I don't have time, it's too hard, I can't do this, I can't ever make that much money, I don't have the time to do all of these things. You do, because you already have the structure of your work, of your daily schedule with your kids, to work in the in-betweens. Okay, and that's the beauty of being your own boss. You get to decide what your schedule is. You get to decide how much time you pour into your business. So, continue to work on your mindset. Become committed to evolve. Through this journey, you're going to continue to evolve as your business changes. Like I said in that post, your business changes, your business grows. You have new reasons why you want to make extra money. You have new goals to reach that you need to make extra money, right? Your level, your quality of life changes. And so your mindset changes and your mindset grows and your vision grows for more. So be committed to that evolution of you. The worst thing that can happen is you grow and you make more money. We say this all the time, right? Show up no matter what. There's going to be days where you don't want to show up, but guess what? Show up, because you're showing up for that job you hate, that's tiring, that's stressful, that keeps you away from your kids. So why aren't you going to show up for yourself and your goals and your dreams and your aspirations and all of the things that you want to do in your life? Just saying, okay? Believe in yourself. It's going to be hard. I'm not going to lie. It's going to be hard if you have people around you that do not believe in you, that think you're just, she's just dabbling with this. She's not serious. Prove them wrong. Get serious and believe in yourself. Nobody can believe in you more than you. So believe in yourself and show up for yourself every single day. Know exactly what you want from this business. If you do that, you will achieve it. And your mind is the most powerful thing ever. If you tell yourself you can do something, you're going to do it. When I set out to start my journey, never did I ever imagine I would lose 115 pounds. And here we are, 115 pounds down, didn't gain it back after having a baby like people would tell me. Oh, wait till you have that baby, girl. You're not going to have that snapback. Oh, all of these things. But guess what? They're wrong, because I've created consistency and discipline, and I have the best nutrition in my corner. So know that you can accomplish whatever it is that you set out to do. And especially in this business, create the vision. What is it that you want? Be super clear on what you want to do with this business. Even if it's just, I want to make $500. What does that $500 mean to you? And connecting that reason why you want to make that money is what's going to get you out of bed and keep you motivated and keep you consistent and keep you showing up, and showing up on the days when you're tired and you don't feel like doing it. You don't feel like messaging people or talking to people, right? You have to know what your why is and why you're doing what you're doing. Trust the process. And this is in everything, not just in the business. Trust the process of your transformation. Trust the process in the fact that you are inviting and you're doing the work, and people will come to you if you just keep showing up, right? I wanted to share a couple things on here. So this last month, our team grew. So if you're new to the business, maybe you don't know what this level in the business means, but what it represents is massive action. It means all of the amazing people that we've met along our journey through Herbalife, because we decided to show up as coaches, right, and make an impact. It means all of those lives that were impacted, all of those transformations inside and out, all of these leaders showing up for themselves and growing their own personal business. Our team was able to accomplish this amazing, amazing level in the business. And what that meant was I had to level up as a leader. I had to show up. I had to do all of these things that I'm telling you guys that to do is literally what I've had to do to get to where I'm at in this business and in my journey in life. And so knowing that you got to stay connected to the community. All of these women stay connected to the community, and that's why they are also growing and empowering other women to join this amazing community, right? And that's the beauty of this business. As we grow, we all grow. So always know that the community is here, that we are all here to support one another, and we all get to elevate together, right? And then having a vision for your life. So if you have not already created a vision board, please do it. As we're going into the second half of the year, this is a perfect opportunity to reevaluate where you are, where you said you wanted to be, right? What your goals were for the new year, where you are, where do you want to be, and where are you going to end the year? Because whatever you do right now is setting the momentum for 2022. So my vision board is obviously, it's everything. It's important to have a life balance of everything. I have goals for everything. I have goals for my family, for my relationship, for my finances, for my business, for my personal transformation. I have mom goals. I have all of these things. And the beautiful thing about, being in this business is that I've gotten to see my own transformation unfold. And I get to also empower other women to have that same kind of life transformation in alignment, right? So my team got this amazing level in the business. And one of the goals that I have had, that I had at the beginning of the year, was to buy, we wanted to buy our own house, right? We are currently, so I said trust the process, right? Because I shared on our other call that it was the week of escrow. Things happened, we got pushed back, so now we are finalizing our escrow. But trusting the process and knowing that because we're working towards these goals and we are consistent and we've been disciplined, it's all in alignment to life growth, right? So because of this business, because I said yes, because of the growth, because of the consistency in showing up, this is something that we've been able to accomplish. And we are literally days away from getting our keys to our first home. And so I wanted to share that with you because a lot of you, most of you, right, if you're doing side hustle, you're doing this part-time. But what is the greater vision that you have for yourself in your life that you can truly accomplish with this business? Because I'll tell you, I mean, it's not my passion. My job is my job. It's good money. And anybody else would be truly happy with that job because it's security and it's all of these things. But it's not my passion. It's not what I'm meant to be doing for the rest of my life. This is what I'm meant to be doing. Changing lives, empowering women, teaching them how to empower themselves, right? And being able to do that and having fun doing that and meeting amazing women along the way, but at the same time reaching personal goals in my own life. If it wasn't for the person I've become in this business, this is not something that would be happening. If it wasn't for the extra money that I've made in my business, this would not be happening. Because I don't know if any of you guys have ever tried to buy a house. There's so many costs that you don't even know about that come up. And because I've had this extra money, I've been able to not only like so many things that have like, I got it. Telling, being able to give my husband that peace of mind that he doesn't have to pay for this, or we don't have the money for that, or how are we going to pay for that when things come up. That's powerful. That's powerful. So I want to leave you with that. I want you to have a greater vision for your life. And even if you're just doing this as like extra money, what can you accomplish in the next 6 months of your business that's going to elevate you in every facet of your life? Because when you come into Herbalife, you don't just come and get results and okay, bye. No, you leave. Well, you're not going to leave. First of all, you don't leave this business. You don't leave this community because you fall in love with it, but you always end up better than where you started and how you came into this business. So know that this community has your back, that we are all here to grow, and there is nothing you cannot accomplish in your life by being a part of this business. So I want to leave you with that. And that is let me see here. I think that's it.
You guys, did you all take good notes? Did you all get inspired by not only Sendy's story, but also nuggets, how she is literally growing her business, guys, over $2,000 a month, very, very part-time outside of her 9 to 5, corporate America job, and the amazing accomplishment and the type of women she is attracting to her business. It's even incredible. So it's time is up. I wanted to open up the lines just for a few seconds. If you guys want to share maybe a takeaway from Sendy's call, or something that inspired you, or an action that you will start taking, whatever came up, that you would love to share, this is the space for it. I would love to give you some time for you to jump on board and share if you're up to it.
Come on, guys.
I know. I there's some girls that are like, oh, yeah, I want to, but I'm scared. I can smell the fear.
The fear.
Lily.
Can you see me? Hi, I have a